did in the 80s.
But, the interesting thing about Transformers, since we're talking about it, is that, do you know, Transformers is not in the Toy Hall of Fame.
You're right, it's not.
It's not. And the reason I know that is they just announced the new inductees for this year.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who are not familiar with it, the Toy Hall of Fame, each year, new inductees are voted in to the National Toy Hall of Fame. It's located inside the Strong National Museum of Play.
Yeah, now forgive
me. Which is located in Rochester, New York. And they started the Hall of Fame in 98. Dozens have been inducted over the years, including Masters of the Universe,
98.
Barbie, and chess. Yeah.
Oh, 98.
That's when it started.
That would explain why a bunch of my favorites haven't crossed that line
Yeah,
yet.
they haven't got in there yet. But this year, what went in? Baseball cards, Cabbage Patch Kids, Nerf foam toys, and the Fisher-Price Corn Popper, which apparently the Corn Popper is was one voted in by fans from a list of consistent finalists who still hadn't made it in. The others were the Pogo Stick, Pez Dispensers, My Little Pony, and Transformers. It's what they called the Forgotten Five.
Okay.
So those other four haven't made it in yet, but this year the Corn Popper went in.
But give him a chance. I have a couple of comments and something that you and I already discussed. You got to read the list.
Yes.
Bravo to you.
Thank you.
Okay. First and foremost, baseball cards. It makes me think that might be the very first trading card that got introduced into the Toy Hall of Fame. I am not familiar with any other trading card being introduced.
I would have to look. It was one of the things I thought about doing when I was doing my research for this segment was to write all of that down.
Yes.
I didn't.
Yes.
So,
but it's very fair. It's very fair to say that baseball cards, which I feel might be, of course, I did as much research as you did, could be the very first trading card that was actually out there for people to consume and for people to trade back and forth.
My suspicions are that is accurate. If I remember right, they started in packs of cigarettes.
Cigarettes or matchsticks.
Yeah, and then blossom from there. Yeah, the peanut gallery is telling us that I am right.
Okay, because they have a Honus Wagner that they're going to sell and then invest in the show, and we're all never going to have to work again.
One can hope. But that, yeah, so there you go. I would imagine that...
Who's Honus Wagner? Honus Wagner is the most expensive baseball card out there, and he was a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Yep.
Hang your head and shame.
Yes.
You know who Honus Wagner is?
Listen, don't make fun of Chad the Grip. He's young. He doesn't understand these things. How would he know who Honus... How do you know who Honus Wagner is?
Because he's a Pittsburgh Pirate.
Well, all right. I knew that too, so I should shut
all right,
down.
But going on, what do we have? The Cabbage Patch?
Well, I wanted to mention the Cabbage Patch thing because, this is the sort of the year of remembering the Cabbage Patch riots.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
So 40 years ago at this time, people were killing each other.
That was the toy of all toys. That launched the riot, toy riot.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the one that
little
did it.
doll.
And then since then, it's been a number of things. But they were
probably about as big as this,
right?
and you cuddle it, and it's got a plastic head you can beat people in the head with. I mean, What?
What did you do in childhood? You know what? Never mind. I don't even want to know.
You didn't grow up with sisters.
Well, there's that. That's very, very, very true.
But the Cabbage Patch doll doesn't surprise me. The Corn Popper. Now, I know I'm not the only one who had a Corn Popper. I'm sure everybody had a Corn Popper at certain times.
Yeah.
But did you ever do the game where you're sitting there with the Corn Popper and lowering the little popper as low as it possibly could go, so you get the big ball lined up with the little thing, and then you let it loose, and then it went.
I think we all did that.
Yeah, that right there was like hours of fun. I don't know why, because this is how much we had going on when we were 5.
That's true. But folks, if I think the Toy Hall of Fame would be a great place for you and I to go.
Yes.
So, if you are watching this...
What was the last toy? Because we need to make comments on all of these.
Oh, and on the ones that went in this year would be Nerf foam toys.
And Nerf. Everybody I know in the world had a Nerf ball, and then
the Nerf football, the Nerf basketball, the Nerf whatever. There was a Nerf everything.
And what was really weird is every Nerf football that you saw, it magically had teeth marks in it.
Yeah.
And we don't know, even the grips in the back.
They're all smiling and laughing. Well, it's not like that, but then we
don't know who was eating
the Nerf gun. They're extremely popular today.
Well, before the Nerf gun, you had the Nerf bow and arrow.
Yes. Yes, I remember being at a certain party that we may have been having quite a few soda pops at.
Oh, quite a few adult fermented beverages.
And someone got shot with a Nerf crossbow in a very uncomfortable area.
Oh, would that be you?
No. Thankfully, it was not me. It was just another person that was at the party, but they were shot in a very uncomfortable place, and I don't mean the back of a Winnebago.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
Well,
so anyway,
we're going to move on from that, but we congratulations to all those toys and the toy makers who modified those toys and did the wonderful thing to bring those into prominence.
And if you're looking to get us to the Toy Hall of Fame, by all means, like, share, and subscribe, and maybe send us some money or something, or at least let us know that you're interested.
Are you cyber begging?
What? No, I would never do that.
I would
never beg. I would campaign.
Campaign.
Yes, campaign.
Encourage.
Yes.
Opportune.
Sure. We'll go with that.